know, I was thinking about what the captain told us all about the future. About how we all changed and drifted apart.
I believe, however, this situation is unique.
I should have done this a long time ago. Live now. Make now. Always the most precious time. Now will never come again.
Sometimes I think the only reason I come here is to listen to these wonderful speeches of yours.
The sky's the limit.
When the news dropped that most of our favorite Star Trek The Next Generation stars would be joining their old captain for Picard Season 3, there was a legitimate surprise across the fan base. While we've had small glimpses of Riker, Troy, Data, and Guinan, there was an understanding that the new Star Trek Picard series would not be getting the band back together. But thanks to Season 2 executive producer and co-showrunner Terry Matalas, not only will we get to see most of the main crew, but they won't be cameos either. In fact, from what we have uncovered, we believe the return of our favorite bridge crew is going to happen a whole lot sooner than anyone believes, and they are going to have a bigger impact on the storyline than anyone expects. Matalas, who will be the lone showrunner for Picard Season 3, has promised the final season of the show would be a proper send-off to the TNG crew. But we're on to you, Terry. We know you have something unexpected up your sleeve. We've been paying close attention to everything Matalas, Patrick Stewart, and Akiva Goldsman have been saying since the unexpected announcement, and we'll reveal everything we know about what we might see on the road ahead, which includes a theory on why we believe the original TNG crew will actually save the future. So you don't want to miss this episode. And make sure you stay tuned until later in the show to see how to get this awesome Shut Up Wesley TNG-inspired graphic design from the amazing artists at mixtees.com. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so now. And give us a thumbs up if you want more news about your favorite shows. Also, click the notification bell to never miss an episode.
We are dangerous. Make it so. Sir? Do it.
We were as shocked by the news as you. Not just that they would bring nearly the whole TNG crew back, but also because they announced it in the middle of Season 2 instead of at the end of the finale. What we are realizing is this is likely more magician's sleight of hand than oops, we didn't have a choice. This is 12 Monkeys time travel guru Terry Matalas, and he's been teasing us with little things most people don't notice all season. But we'll get back to that in just a second. First, it's important to realize that bringing the TNG crew back for real is a wildly different narrative than we received at the beginning of this show. Co-creator Akiva Goldsman said Picard would not be a sequel to The Next Generation. The message coming out of the writing room during Picard Season 1 was that the show was a hybrid of The Next Generation and Star Trek Discovery. Patrick Stewart refused to return unless Picard was totally different. He said they were making a point not to bring back any legacy characters that didn't organically tell this story. Otherwise, they'd keep joking it's just The Next Generation. I guess they forgot to tell Star Trek veteran producer Terry Matalas about this when he joined the show for Season 2. With showrunner Michael Chabon out after Season 1, Goldsman and Matalas took the helm, and the nonsense that Picard isn't a TNG sequel likely left with him. Perhaps it was the excited fan responses to Data, Riker, and Troy in Season 1, or that Guinan and Q dominated all of the news leading up to Season 2. But at some point, someone realized that no matter what else happens, Jean-Luc Picard is eternally tied to what happened during 7 seasons of TNG, as well as 4 movies. So if we don't see a Ressican flute during Season 3, there will be hell to pay.
This is not a threat. This is an opportunity.
And if you are also looking forward to the TNG reunion, thank Terry Matalas, who is not only taking over as the sole showrunner for Season 3, but was also a big part of both Star Trek Voyager and Enterprise. According to Picard production designer Dave Blass on Twitter, Matalas is responsible for making this happen.
Quadruples her sex drive.
Or more.
Or more.
I didn't want to frighten you.
So why did he do it, and what is his plan? According to Matalas on Twitter, it's because TNG deserves a proper send-off. And good news to longtime fans is that he said it's going to be a labor of love, so you know he's working hard to make sure it's done right. And this includes the crew. According to Bess, 13 of the original artists who helped bring Star Trek The Next Generation to life will also be working on Picard Season 3, and he promises fans are going to be blown away. So what are the fans going to be blown away by? We have a theory for how we will actually see the TNG crew integrated into Picard.
Sir, I protest. I am not a merry man.
But before we break that down, we need to explain a few important things we've learned about the crew's return, as well as this important Wesley Crusher message from today's sponsor.
Hello, ladies.
When the world learned the TNG crew was coming back for Picard Season 3, one notable name was missing. As was pointed out on willwheaton.net, a lot of people, way more than ever imagined, expressed dismay that Wesley isn't part of the crew's return. And so because that pesky traveler has decided to keep Mr. Crusher all to himself,
oh my,
Mixtease.com created an homage so that all Trekkies will never forget.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Wesley.
Click the link in the description below to check out this Shut Up Wesley homage made by the amazing artists at Mixtease.com. Get 20% off your purchase by using coupon code ThePopcast. The link is in the description below. The question people want to know is, what will Worf look like? Matalas was asked via Twitter if Worf was going to look like the controversial Discovery Klingons. He responded that Worf would look like Worf, so no one should expect any surprises there. The real question is what Worf story we'll get. At the end of Deep Space Nine, Worf leaves the space station to become the Federation ambassador to the Klingon homeworld. Yet in Star Trek Nemesis, he's suddenly back in his Starfleet uniform, serving on the Enterprise as if DS9 never happened. DS9 fans might be able to rejoice as Matalas indicated there may be some examination of how the Federation coped following the Dominion War, which we know little about. Matalas also dropped an interesting comment about Dr. Beverly Crusher when a fan commented on her. He said, "You're going to see Beverly all right, you're not ready." So expect the unexpected from Crusher. Much to the dismay of many fans, we don't believe she'll be Picard's love interest as he's all about Laris and her Romulan ways. But we'll see. Brent Spiner has already shot down any chance we'll see Data again moving forward, but his voice was definitely heard in the teaser.
Evolution is not an act of preservation. It's addition.
We'll have to check closely for contractions to see if perhaps we'll be getting the return of Lore, but it could simply be that he continues to play Adam Soong for the rest of the show. At this time, very little is known about Geordi, Riker, and Troy, but Matalas has promised starships galore, so don't be surprised if you see a few of these faces in a shiny new Enterprise at some point. And as if things couldn't be more interesting, Matalas threw out the maybe gif to fans asking if we could see cameos from other Star Trek shows like DS9. So what is about to happen? Remember when we said Matalas was doing a sleight of hand by dropping the TNG crew bombshell in the middle of Picard Season 2? His reasoning was that they had to keep everything a secret for 10 months, but he was afraid they couldn't keep it secret any longer. Fans were confused because if they are coming back for Season 3, then this is news you drop at the end of the finale. It makes no sense to tease it until the middle of the season, unless you can't wait until the end of the season to drop the news, because the crew is going to show up before we get to Season 3.
I will not play the fool for Q's amusement.
Stay with us here because it's Patrick Stewart that confirms a suspicion we've had since we found out they were filming Seasons 2 and 3 together. Stewart revealed in an interview with Deadline that everything happening in Picard Season 2 will come to a climax during Picard Season 3. This leads us to believe that Season 2 will end in a cliffhanger. When you combine the fact that filming for both seasons happened back to back, and the climax doesn't even occur until Season 3, we are definitely going to be left hanging when Episode 10 of Season 2 concludes. And here is how we believe that cliffhanger is going to go, and why the sneak peek TNG dropped happened in the middle of the season. We know Q has been the proverbial bad guy up until this point, but we think Matalas wouldn't be that pointed. It appears that Q is helping Soong and in some way changing the timeline, but we will soon learn that Q was actually trying to help Picard the whole time. Picard and his crew will be unable to stop the event that changes the timeline, and Q will be unable to help. We will learn that Q is powerless to help Picard in his greatest moment of need. Nearly powerless and waning, Q says to Picard, "Time may be eternal, Jean-Luc, but it seems as though not for me. All good things must come to an end. Goodbye, Picard. I'm going to miss you. You had such potential, but you always did need a little help." And with that, Q will snap his fingers one final time, instantaneously bringing Riker, Worf, Geordi, Deanna, and Beverly into existence. They will be confused and older than the last time we saw them. Q will fade away as the TNG crew pulls itself together around Picard. The last scene will be of Picard looking over both his old and new crews before he says, "Let's go save the future." Season 2 will end and Season 3 will set up for the sweeping conclusion of Picard and the Next Generation stories. Season 3 of Picard will be a true finale for everything related to Star Trek The Next Generation. What do you think? Are you excited to have the TNG crew back? What do you think is happening to Q? Do you think Q is behind all of this, or is he trying to help Picard? Should they have brought Wesley, O'Brien, or Barclay back? What cameos would you like to see from other Star Trek shows? Let's talk about it in the comments below.
Didn't mean I was going to let you go it alone. I'm supposed to sit around in the woods making pizza while you have all the fun?
Hungry for more current pop culture news? Then make sure you head over and subscribe to the Popcast Unleashed for daily content. Hear us talk about all of your favorite things. Click on the link in the description below. Until next time.
The minstrel boy to the war has gone. In the ranks of death you will find.
Don't want the show to end? Become a Popcast member by hitting the join button to get exclusive content including special member live streams, Discord privileges, behind the scenes access, and so much more. Click join and let's hang out.